Hello, So Squad. Welcome back to another episode of the Business Source podcast. I'm your host, Eva Wolf, and today we're talking about how to onboard clients like a pro.
Business Sauce.
So this is just admin, it's brand energy, it's boundaries, it's your process being taken seriously. So this episode is for the freelancer who's tired of last minute calls and forgotten links in emails. All right. I want you to understand that your sales process, it's a part of your branding. It's a part of being taken seriously. And for a lot of freelancers, when they start to be freelance, they don't really have process. They don't know how to do it. They don't know how to do a call with a client. They don't know how to take notes. Or you might just struggle with, oh, I need to do an estimate. I need to do a proposal. I need to create a quote. But where I start? So I think this episode can really help you because I want you to understand what onboarding actually means and how that can work for you. Of course, you're a freelance, you're starting freelancing, you are in the service provider industry, all right? So you want to sell your services, you want people buying your services. So you may be a graphic designer or motion designer or web developer. You can be just a consultant, a coach, whatever your services is. The key is to onboard your client properly, okay? So let's start from zero. Someone came to you. Oh, I saw your portfolio. I saw what you're doing. I like what you're doing. And I want to start to work with you. So I need this and that. What can you offer? Okay, it's always kind of start like this. You might say, oh, Eva, you speak about onboarding, but I still not even have one client yet. So it will come. It will come. It's just step by step. You have to be patient. And sometimes, you struggle to have your first customer, and then you will have your second and your third. And then you will be like, oh, yeah, okay. Now I know what I'm selling. I know where I'm going. Since then, even if you still don't have a client yet, even if you don't even have any customer yet in your career, you have to understand, okay, what he needs, what he wants, and what can I provide. So I said, it's not just forms, it's how a client feels in the first 7 days of working with you. So let's say they said, okay, cool, I want a website. You'll be like, okay, cool, I will create your website. But how do I start? What do you need from your customer? So all this onboarding, it's a big process because you need to think legality, you need to think contracts, you need to think, okay, I made a quote, now I need to invoice them. So all this, it's onboarding. It's not just getting an access to the domain name or getting an access to the Instagram account if you start to do some social media marketing or some community management. It's all about everything you can provide to him when you guys will start together. And it took me so many years to understand that. I remember the first day I get this customer, it was my first customer ever in the digital industry. And I didn't even know where to start. So he said, okay, I want you to run my Instagram account and my Facebook account, and I want you to do a post. All right, so how many posts? Did you agree with your customer? Like, what will be your overview project? So you need to think, okay, it's nice, he want to work with you, but how do we start? And how do we start properly to avoid future problems? Because when you start being an entrepreneur, a freelancer, it's always like all magical. You're so happy, you will get your first check, and you don't really understand that sometimes it's a good story and sometimes, unfortunately, it's not. And when it's not, it's very hard to figure it out or to get out from this big mess. So the onboarding process it's very important. You're just not collecting info, you're establishing authority. If someone delegates something to you, it's because he trusts you, okay? So if he start to trust you, I say he, but it can be she, whatever he is or she is. But if the client trusts you, start to work with you, the first day you have to put your boundaries. You have to say, okay, we will start that way. I will need these tools. I will need this access. And let's sign an NDA, for example, because what if you start to work in the social media marketing industry, for example, and the Instagram account been hacked? What if the account hacked? What if the account disappear, get banned, or whatever the reason can be? What if? And you have to think about what if when you onboard a client, because you have so many responsibilities when you work in the digital industry. Or I said you have access to password, handles, email address, sometimes Google accounts, sometimes two-factor authentication. It's your phone, it's your number, or it can be even your authentication app. And all this information are confidential information from your client. So the legacy part, I'm speaking about that again. It's not onboarding. It's not just about this, but legacy, having the right codes, the good term and conditions, the good policy, the good codes, the good agreement, contract. All these things may be great for you as a start. So if you want to start great, you have to think, okay, paperwork, work paper, whatever you have to do, all these things start when you onboard your client. So don't hesitate to do some research. Maybe not signing an NDA yet. Maybe it's too early. Maybe they will have their own NDA and maybe you will just have to sign them contract. But when you sign the contract of a customer and it's not yours, usually it's protect your customer and not yourself or your company. So it will be great for you to say, okay, we sign the codes. I send my first invoice. Let's just sign an agreement. Let's just say, okay, you want me to run your social media marketing, or you want me to run your website. I will get access to your server, to your hébergement domain, all this legal information. So let's put an agreement. You will give me this access. I will have access. Even sometimes you have access to credit card and debit account and all these bank accounts, because you maybe run paid ads, and when you start you don't have cash flow, so you usually use the card of the client, put it into Meta business sheet or LinkedIn ads and whatever, where you want to do ads, Google ads, whatever. But sometimes it's happened a lot when you start being a service provider in this industry, in this digital industry. You got so many access and legacy access, and it can be a big trouble. So be careful. So when you start, onboarding isn't just admin, it's an energy. So you have to put a good energy. You have to put the trust. They trust you. They ask you to do something. Okay, so let's just keep this trust and let's create an agreement like this. You will know what you have to do, what you will do, and it can be an extra, or it can be something they say, oh, you didn't do that. Well, it's not in the codes. Well, it's not right. It's not in the codes. You understand the difference? So yeah, be careful. Again, I remember my first client, it wasn't even an agreement. I said, yeah, I will be your community manager. I never put like how many posts I will post, how many stories I will do, how many reels, how many cross posts, how many collabs with other industry brands or content creator, whatever it can be. So yeah, you really have to focus on that. Okay, so signing agreement, NDA, contract, whatever, protect yourself, and then you can start to get access to everything and create a good system to have a great deliverable. You know, you want to do deliverables that your customer will be happy about it. It's like tomorrow you want to be a brand designer, you want to create logo and branding. Okay, that's great. But what if your client never likes your logo? What if he asks you a new logo every single time you deliver a logo? And when that can stop? So don't hesitate to put how many versions you will do, how many back and forth you will do, including in your price you agree for. And this will just, help you to, again, put some boundaries into your onboarding. So always have to be agree in both parts. I spoke a lot about that, but really, first thing first, being agree on both position to be sure everything will be smooth. So two, you have to building a simple scalable system. Okay, so you can use a checklist or template, repeatable, reliable. For example, you a brand designer starting to build the logo. Maybe you can create a quiz. You will always send the same quiz to your future customer. Like this, it can just help you to get all the information you need to start. Because it's not just about your customer want to delegate. Okay, he asks you, you're a service provider, he will delegate. But you need information from him to do a great job and to be sure the first version you will send, even if it's a website or a marketing strategy or some editing video, even on YouTube. Tomorrow you work for a content creator or for, I don't know, like a YouTuber, influencer, whatever, even for a company. If you create a YouTube video and the guy say, oh, I hate it, I don't like that, what you can do? Like you will come back to do a full video again, or you go back to Adobe or whatever your tools software is, and do it all over again and again and again till you said, oh yeah, I like it. Because you have so many customers, when they delegate these tasks, they don't even know how times that it is, It's like last time I was speaking with a videographer. He have a production company. And so he create commercials and very like awesome shit, guys. And the customer said, oh, okay, I love your video. Awesome. The day after, it's always the customer sometimes during the night thinking, he said, oh, I like it, but I would like to just remove that or edit this. And he was like, well, the thing is, just editing this part on a commercial video, even if it's 2 seconds, you have to move all over again and rebuild all the video, because if you take a song and you adapt the song and the rhythm into the video, you have to do all over again. So a lot of people don't understand, but just a video of 30 seconds or a minute or 3 minutes or even 10 minutes, it's a lot of work. They really don't understand that. They think like, oh, you come, you do the video, you do the production, awesome, everything's set, and just editing this is just 3 seconds. It's not, because you have to put all over again in the software, rebuild everything, check everything again, and it can be hours just to remove 1 second of one commercial video. So anyways, just wanted you to understand that, because you have to think about these little details that can make you lose a lot of time and so a lot of money, because time it's money. So don't forget that. So let's go back to the onboarding process. Okay, so don't hesitate to do like a welcome email, automation, some contract payment link, intake form, start date, and what to expect, or I said at the beginning. If you get a lot of people, or I said you can create a quiz, a Notion tab, some Google Drive setups. I did that a lot at the beginning. And some people can do also like a Loom or a voice note to add a little human touch if you have to explain something or get some information, and it's always the same thing you ask. At least if it's not clear for them, it's probably chaotic for you too, but you will get to the point of, okay, after a few customers and few feedback, you will get the perfect quiz and the perfect onboarding checklist. So yeah, think about that. So clarity is kindness and boundaries are branding. All right. So you have to be clear with your clients, what's no, who's doing what, when does this end. And when you have some doubt over clarity, confident onboarding equal less drama later. Okay. So again, be clear on your offer. What's your contract? What's your agreement? And let's get started. All right, I think you all set for your first onboarding client, right? So I was happy to explain all these little details to you. If you have some questions, don't hesitate to leave some comments. I will be so happy to help you to get started with your first customers. And if your onboarding is a vibe, your delivery will be smoother, your client will be happier, and your energy will stay protected. Thank you for listening to this episode of the Businessers Podcast. If you found value in this episode, be sure to subscribe and leave a review. And see you soon to the next episode. Bisous!